Hello. Thank you for having me. Yeah. Yeah. So, what has happened in Destiny 2 since the Witch Queen? While all eyes are on the future, before we see what Lightfall will be adding to Destiny 2, it's worth taking a quick look at the last few months to reflect on what we've been seeing and done in Destiny 2 since Witch Queen landed in February. We traveled to Savathun's throne world to confront the Hive Queen in her own domain to make her pay for the atrocities she's committed with stolen light. So how did that happen? As a part of that effort, and in a surprising development, Savathun was ultimately saved by the Traveler, which led Guardians to question the morals of powerful being they fought for so long to protect. Um, from here, with the help of Empress Keitel of the Cabal and her powerful Scion operatives, Guardians worked to push back the light-powered um, feat, which ultimately concluded with Keitel's Scions being murdered by the Crow. That's another character in the game. An outcome that was paid for in form of Lord Saladin's loyal servitude to the Cabal war machine. After this, the Guardians, Kaido and Saladin, now known as Brachus Forge, had to focus their efforts on the reappearance of the Leviathan vessel, which, after disappearing from the system, has come back with a darkness infestation. Sorry, English is hard. Um, thanks to a deal with Emperor Callus made the witness by confronting fears and banishing nightmares. This new threat has been neutralized, which ultimately brings us to the present day. So we're going to see what's going to happen next. So we got to see Witness by the end of the campaign, and hopefully I will get to see what's going to happen with that. If we're going to face him or something else, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It happened a lot of things. But yeah. Mm, uh, yeah, I look forward to the raid. I'm a raid addict when it comes to Destiny 2, so I do a lot of raids. And there's been some speculations about what is the next raid, and people been saying it might be from Destiny 1, and I haven't played D1, so this will be perfect for me to be able to experience it. So yeah. Uh yeah, I definitely think so. A lot of people are very sure about it's going to be Lightfall, so yeah, I hope that you're gonna bring back the people who play D1, who has that nostalgia. They miss that feeling, that they will come back and see Destiny 2 as Destiny 1 too as well, because they have a lot of old content coming in. And I think it's real awesome. Yeah. Wait, are you Titan main? Are you Titan main? What class did you play? You were? Okay, because they're gonna get buffed, so you're gonna be super aggressive with Titan this season. Okay. Yeah. Mhm. That's freaking amazing. I love it. Yeah, do you know who that is? Shax, yeah, yeah. Yes. That's good, I'm testing you. Yeah. No, that's a really beautiful, sculpture. That's, oh, that's the enemy. I don't know, I always call them the Pokemon balls, but I think they're called servitor. Yeah. Yeah, I think they show up in the actually very first, part when you start to play the game. 'Cause you'll
Yeah.
be in the zone where they are in, like, in lost sectors and even, like, out in the area. So, that's cool.
And speaking of other areas, obviously, those of us who are really interested in loot and the world in Destiny in general, yeah, obviously, and the stories, have this. The Destiny comic collection for those
It's
lore
insane!
people. Let's see where.
Yeah, that's a good picture of it, or nice focus. I
Seems.
love comic books, so
Yeah,
that would be
and
awesome.
especially with
Can
Destiny, after all the hubbub about Destiny 1 hiding all its lore behind you having to
can
go
I
to the
see one
internet.
page? Can I see one page inside of it?
You want me to. Oh, this.
That's
Oh,
oh,
this will be
amazing.
ASMR, and for all of those who love some packings. Let's see.
Okay. Okay. I don't hear anything.
Oh, okay. You'll see it.
I didn't get the chance to check all of that. My parents almost invaded my package yesterday. So I was like, "Don't open it."
Oh, jeez. There were more things in here. Destiny in code. Oh, I'm considering if I'm going to show the backside of this because it's a code, but I want this because it looks cool.
Mhm.
Whee.
Ooh, wow. Is that like a bookmark?
Yeah, it works like that, and it's Destiny in-game item code redemption. Du-du-du-du-du.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Think kinda looks like emblems. Could be. But to see. Let's see. Let's try to find a page without. Oh, because we showed the mask earlier.
Oh, that's so beautiful. It's colored. Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, I can't wait to read that.
And
That's really insane.
my little favorite bugger right there.
Nice.
And let's see if we can show the final page if it's a real cliffhanger. Ooh, cool. It shows how they keep on evolving until the final product.
I love seeing like progress pictures. I follow a lot of illustrators that shows like how they draw from the scratch to the final.
Yeah?
It's really fascinating to me. I learned so much from it.
Yeah, because you're a designer yourself, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah, I get to learn.
What what kind of makes you interested in the design in Destiny in general? What kind of draws you to that portion of the game?
I would say the world itself. I think it's really beautiful. I love the graphic when I first got to look at it. So I I fell for like the combat style and how you can build your character the way you want it, so you can play however you like, and all these guns that is also added to it just made it even better.
Yeah,
So I think mostly like the art of the game is what drew me to it, or got me interested from first place.
yeah, and it's kind of really cool for me, even if I've kind of lost track of the lore so far, to just see that they've kept on evolving upon some beloved characters, even if they killed or dare. Oh, I keep on forgetting his name. Not Nolan North, but oh come on, Nathan Fillion. They killed Nathan
Ah,
Fillion's Cade 6.
yeah,
I
yeah.
re-
I just remember I was watching my fiance streaming it, so I was like, "What is this game?" And then he told me that you should try it. So it was just so cool looking.
when was that? How many years ago?
It was, I want to say around 2018, because I took a break. I remember I took a long break from the game, and then I came back when Forsaken was out, and that's when I started to play more continuously and more regularly. So I think from 2018, 19, that's when I actually got like into like to the end game. I played all the way.
Yeah, but that's really cool because then you've been playing this game for now soon to be 5 years.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like that. Like when people ask me, I just forget. It's like, wait, how long have I been playing? I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's
it's.
awesome.
I think Bungie can take some of the credit for it because it seems like they keep on evolving the game. They're listening to fans,
Yeah.
which is I think is one of the reasons why many seem to be so hyped for this showcase today.
Hmm. I I agree. I feel like sometimes the community can have like two way, like they say, some people are positive and negative, but if you look at the whole picture, I feel like they do listen to the community all the time. They listen to all the feedback and they take it really well. Some things might take a while, but I'm just
Hmm.
enjoying the game as it is, and that's how I've been treating it ever since I started to play, and that's that's just how it is.
So those who are watching the stream can probably look forward to seeing you or maybe even join you to play season 18 right
Yeah,
after the stream.
yeah. No, we love this game.
Do you have any hope of season 18 launching smoothly, or do you think the traffic will be so enormous that they keep on getting that classic? You're just getting
Yeah.
stuck in the queue for a few hours.
Uh, that doesn't matter.
You're willing to wait.
But to be fair, I feel like their launch last time was actually really smooth. I expected to be waiting, but last time they had, I think it was when Witch Queen came out. It was pretty smooth.
Yeah.
So I yeah, it will be fine either way. It'll be worth it.
Yeah,
Is there
hopefully.
anything else you got from the box?
Well, I'm kind of a health nut, but I appreciate the thought from Bungie and crew. So I got this.
Ah, the popcorn.
Yep. And unfortunately, all of my USB inputs are taken. But I've got this little mini fridge.
Yeah, that sounds
And
beautiful. It sounds cute.
at
Did you try
time.
the drink yet?
No, have you?
No. I will take a sip for the stream later.
Let's see if it says anything about what flavor it is.
I think it's a secret.
Maybe it's a part of the stream. Speaking of the stream, it seems like they're ready to talk about it right now. So
Yeah.
it's time for me to shut up. And I'm looking forward to hearing both what you think, Lana, and hopefully that they might bring me back to the game with what they're telling us in the next.
You have to come back.
Yeah, I kind of fear I have
I'll
to.
make you. Yeah.
That's kind of scares me because there are so many good games launching this fall that I kind of have to play for my job, basically. So I'm kind of scared that this kind of ruins it for me.
You'll be fine. I will carry you through the raid. Okay.
Okay, but we'll talk in the post-show, Lana. Thank you so much so far.
Thank
And
you.
enjoy the show, everybody.
Okay.
Because only in the end are we free.
I've seen that thing 100 times now, and every time I see it, I still kind of get goosebumps.
Instantly, I had chills. It's all here, it's all happening now. Things are finally coming to a head.
Thematically, we really have been honing in on that kind of bombastic, big set piece approach.
It's gonna be over-the-top action, adrenaline pumping, like the whole time.
This is really kicking off the conclusion to the Light and Dark saga, where we finally face down this foe that we've been anticipating facing for so long. It's pushing it to 11.
We've been hinting at this malicious force in the darkness that's been our enemy behind a lot of our conflicts. We revealed that enemy, we put a name on it and put a face on it, and that enemy is the Witness. And the Witness is coming with its newly empowered disciple, Callus.
Callus is really crash landing with a new and more powerful army than ever before. They've got new powers, they've got new armor, they've got tormentors to join their ranks that are going to be bigger and badder enemies than we've ever faced. Callus is taking that army that he's bringing with him to be the harbinger of the Witness's doom.
This is such a pivotal moment for Destiny. Everyone is coming to have a last stand with Callus and the Witness to really avoid the next collapse, something that we've been trying to avoid ever since Destiny 1.
We see in the trailer that we're headed to Neptune, and on Neptune there's been this hidden city called Neomuna where an alternate version of humanity has been blooming since the collapse.
Neomuna is the capital city of Neptune. It's a giant metropolis that we were completely unaware existed until now. What's interesting and exciting to me about this place is that it's pristine, it's new. It's not like a lot of the places that we've explored previously in Destiny. exploring that space is very, very cool.
There's so much new stuff to discover in Neomuna and in Neptune. And also I saw some new characters there. I'm really excited to get to know Cloud Striders and their story.
Cloud Striders can be compared to Guardians. They're both protectors of a civilization that's potentially under threat. But Guardians were chosen. It's their duty to protect humanity. Cloud Striders have chosen to protect their people.
There's like an awesome opportunity for the Guardians to learn from the Cloud Striders and their way of living and their philosophy of life.
So we've got the newness of that city, the newness of the Cloud Striders that we've never been aware of.
And then, of course, you get a glimpse of this green energy. I wonder what that is.
Strand is the new darkness power that we discover here. Something that's unique about Strand, unlike any of these other powers we've ever had before, when you play through Lightfall, you are discovering this power for the first time. No one in the universe ever in the history of Destiny has used Strand before.
This is the Guardian discovering darkness on their own and learning how to shape it and manipulate it and use it against Callus and his forces and, have fun in the new urban environment of Neomuna. You are really gonna have to prepare yourself for a wild ride.
We just got a glimpse of our new destination, Neomuna, our new foe, Callus and the Shadow Legion, paired with the Witness, and a very brief glimpse at Strand, but that's just barely scratching the surface of what this release has to offer.
Right, like what we've just seen in that trailer is just the tip of the iceberg, and we've got a whole lot more we're excited to show you coming up.
Last year, we wanted to return to our studio's roots in creating some of the best shooter campaigns in the industry.
That's been our legacy since Halo, and we tried to push that front and center in The Witch Queen.
And it's about more than just guns, but creating an adventure in a handcrafted world full of surprises. Then, we added the legendary campaign option, because great combat needs to challenge you, to test your thumb skill, your tactics, and your build crafting.
And we heard loud and clear that you want more of that. In fact, 2 out of every 3 players that completed the Witch Queen campaign did it on Legendary.
You tested yourself against the Witch Queen and her Lucent Hive and rose to that challenge. And then you let us know it was one of the best shooter experiences that we've ever made.
So with Lightfall, we want to push that even further. We want to give you the best Bungie action experience that we can create with the brand new Lightfall campaign.
Lightfall is going to change the way that our players move, fight, and explore everywhere in Destiny.
Neptune is this fantastic destination. The capital city of Neomuna is a really fun place to explore, and it's this bright neon metropolis. There's a harbor, office buildings, an arcade.
This is a city that we've made, and using Strand to traverse through it and explore it, it's going to be so exciting.
There's some places that once you whip out that grappling hook, ooh, you're gonna be able to explore and get to places that you couldn't before.
Look at that up there. I wonder if I can grapple to there. I'm gonna be a kid in a candy store.
It's not a city that is collapsed. It is a city that has lived through the collapse.
Neptune now has to deal with the cloak being pulled back and them being revealed to the world and are now central of the conflict.
Callus has taken his capital ship and just like planted it right down in part of the city, and it's Cabal-occupied territory. It's a city under siege. You've got this infiltrator vibe at times where you feel like a tactical team going into a skyscraper. You're dealing with Cabal roadblocks and patrols all throughout the city. The Shadow Legion, they provide that like characteristic Cabal brute strength. They're all about like volatility and power, and they've been enhanced now by pyramid technology. They have these suppression devices that can take away some of your super, take away some of your abilities, and then they fight alongside these terrifying new pyramid units called Tormentors.
As part of his discipleship to the Witness, Callus has been upgraded, and so the Tormentors that they've brought in are these impossibly huge, unstoppable behemoths. They wield scythes, they can attack from a distance, they can bring you in close, they can drain your very life force from you. They are basically embodiments of terror.
It's like a boss character within the battlefield. Your stomach drops. You're like, okay, I'm playing through, I'm having fun, I'm popping heads, doing this thing, and then boom, there it is.
We've got all the new stuff going into the game. Strand, Tormentors, Shadow Legion, a cool new environment. These are all a great setting for a new Legendary campaign, and we're still making sure that we go through and we tweak and tune and we balance the encounters to have that right challenging level of difficulty for players.
The Legendary campaign was a huge hit coming out of the Witch Queen. It was the first time we had done that sort of elected difficulty where you could really test your skill and test your power. And so we're going to bring that back for Lightfall.
Of course, you're still going to have that higher reward tier, and we still want to make sure that you get that inside track towards being raid ready.
Everyone back at the studio is so hard at work on Lightfall, putting in the details and making this whole release come alive and continue to surprise and delight players. I am so excited to get this out.
Lightfall is unlike anything players have seen before in Destiny, and it's another step that sends you hurtling to the conclusion of the Light and Dark saga.
Come on. Amazing.
I'm super excited to dive into Strand and talk about all the new stuff that we just saw.
Strand, like Stasis, is a power from the darkness. Unlike our light abilities, which are all about creation, darkness is more about consciousness.
Strand is psychic energy that forms this extra dimension, or this sort of matrix that connects everything together, connects all living beings and all minds. And you, the Guardian, are sort of gaining the knowledge and gaining the power to peer into this alternate psychic universe and begin to pull at these threads and tug at these wires that are connecting all these living beings.
When Guardians learn how to use Strand, it's almost like this third eye opens up. It's about peeling back the curtain of reality, taking those connections and then weaving them into new objects.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool to see them come together. Like, it's always been there, and now that we can tap into it, we can use it for our benefit, whether it's through movement or through damage.
Strand has a grappling hook. Since you're seeing into this cosmic web, you are able to grapple at any point because the cosmic web exists everywhere. Even if there's not an object there, it will hook on to that web and pull you forward. It's just taking that idea to the next level, putting that Destiny spin on it.
Yep. The grappling hook initially started as part of the Hunter's Kit, right? They're all about fluid movement, rapidly traversing space, and being very agile. But as we were developing, it's like, oh man, this feels like it's too much fun to just keep it to one class, right? So we made the call to expand this super cool new ability across all three classes. On the design side, we wanted to come up with how each of the classes interpreted this additional psychic dimension, like in their own way, right? So the Warlock, they're the telekinetic master of Strand. So they're going to be able to telepathically reach into the Strand dimension, pull matter out, and weave it into this big barrage of these Strand missiles. Wherever they land, these missiles are actually going to unravel, sort of reweave themselves into a new form.
With the Titan, you're able to weave these claws and do an area of damage around you, spinning and slashing.
The super I think I'm most excited for is the Hunter Rope Dart super. The Hunter does a flip and weaves these strands into this rope dart and is swinging it as they're kind of moving around. The first time I saw that, even in its kind of like rough state, it just blew my mind. We've learned a lot from creating our other subclasses, and we've taken those learnings about combat, about movement, about build crafting. We've put that all into Strand, and I'm so excited to see where players take it once it's out there in the wild.
Destiny is a game that gets even better when you play with your friends. We want to create communities that are welcoming, inclusive, and that let you bring your old friends and make new ones. And since last year, over 5 million new Guardians have joined our ranks.
We believe that there are still millions more of your friends that would love to play Destiny with you. And the things that you want to see us improve in Destiny are also exactly what's going to make it easier to convince your friends to come and check out the game.
It should be easier to create custom, incredible builds. Easier to find people to play with. Easier to swap from being that boss-melting, storm-chaser-wielding, falling star juggernaut right into that ultimate yee-hawing, dead man's tail shooting, Titan's rampart crutching sentinel.
And if none of what Joe just said makes sense to you, we want to fix that too. Because it's not about removing the depth that makes Destiny so great. It's instead about allowing everyone to dive deeper with ease.
The changes we're making to make Destiny easier to come into, changes to how you build your characters, changes to how you see what there is to do and what there is to accomplish. And in the year ahead, we're actually making it easier to form groups in Destiny so you can go and do some of the greatest content that Destiny has to offer.
All the teams are working together to build this experience, and so that's what's really exciting.
We keep on hearing from players like, hey, unless I have a friend to play with, I don't know what to do. And so what we're trying to give them is like, hey, here's a path to follow. Guardian ranks are basically like a knowledge ladder. We actually progress you through 11 ranks. And it's really like heavily focusing on like exposing players to all the systems of Destiny.
At some point, the story about you as a Guardian involves other Guardians and what they think about you. That is just a whole new dimension of your journey through Destiny that we've never really explored before. When you show up in the tower and you see that person who's at one of the highest ranks, you're going to know that you're looking at a player who's actually really demonstrated mastery of many of the different activities in Destiny, not just from our perspective, but from the perspective of other players. Some of the higher Guardian ranks will actually be asking for you to step up, to actually rise to the occasion and prove to other Guardians that you are a strong player and a strong leader.
A lot of people have groups that they already play with, but this will really provide people the opportunity to be recognized for helping other people learn the game, but also provide more people to play with on a regular basis.
In the year of Lightfall, we're going to actually be investing in building a looking for group system in Destiny itself. You'll be able to look for other players, you'll be able to find groups that are looking for players.
I'm so excited about being able to form groups in the next coming year because it can be really hard to get through some of the hard content solo, and making it so much easier to find people to play with is just going to make getting into Destiny and doing the awesome content so much easier.
Yeah, and they'll be able to say, this is a player who I can trust to lead me through the new raid. I want to join their group. Or they can say, these are players who are new to the activity. I want to take them for that first raid because that'll be a great experience for them and a valuable experience for me as a leader.
It's really going to help players come together and understand each other better when they've never met before. It's going to make the game so much more social, and I think that it's going to really make Destiny players feel like they're on one team.
So Commendations is a feature that you'll experience towards the end of an activity. So you end the activity now and you get to see the screen that has all the people you played with. You can click on one of the Guardians and choose what experience you had with them. So like, were they a good team player? Were they fun to play with?
There's no better way to actually show how good a person is as a teammate or as a leader than to have other players say, this person's a great teammate, this person's a great leader. It's really a system that's designed to let players show appreciation for each other.
Also, using the commendation system, people are going to be able to say like, hey, this person as a good leader, and looking at the Guardian rank system, they have a lot of experience. It's going to be, oh, that's the person I want to help me get through this hard content that I've been struggling with.
Social games like Destiny give you an opportunity to like really connect with other people and do things together and get to know each other. And with a system like LFG, you're making it so that more people can get that experience started than ever before.
Both the loadout screen and the mod manager are completely new features.
The mod manager is meant to make build construction in Destiny a lot easier.
We all love our fashion game. Fashion game's amazing. And so we're going to take what we did for the fashion game and we're bringing it to the buildcraft game. There's going to be one screen where you can go to and do your entire loadout for your character. It's going to be amazing.
So you'll be able to save the build that you've put together as a loadout and then switch between those things as you're going from activity to activity.
Yeah, I feel like with the new release of Destiny and the commendation system mixed with Guardian ranks, we're giving players even new aspirations. It isn't going to be just about power level. It won't just be about gear. It's also going to be about that Guardian rank. It's going to be about those commendations. It's all the ways that we're bringing players together.
So today, we are also launching a brand new season of Destiny 2. And as we've evolved our seasons over the years, we've learned a lot. And I think we've been able to deliver some amazing character moments and events for the community.
We're long past the era of content droughts. Instead, there are exciting story and events happening in Destiny almost every week, year-round. And we're not slowing down.
Each season, we want to keep raising the bar for narrative experiences in any live game. We want to keep pushing to create unexpected adventures that'll make every season of Destiny unique. And we want to keep listening and learning from you, the Destiny community, so that we can create the strongest seasons of any live service.
Because the witness is coming. And if we want to survive, we need a crew. We need to enrich our defenses. If you're feeling surly, maybe even loot our enemies.
We may even need to find a captain to join us on our next adventure in the season of Plunder.
Aramis has broken free. The old crews now rally under her command.
I've read about them. What is the human word?
Pirates. The full vanguard should be rallied to deal with these outlaws.
Well, anchors away.
And go show those pirates what happens when they crush Spiderhead. Hope you've got ammunition, Guardian.
Time to blow this rickety barge. You got the goods, Guardian. Sorry, getting a little swept up in all this adventuring.
What are you most excited about for Season of Plunder?
Pirates. This season we said, what if we just go to the stars and dig up buried treasure?
We are unearthing a lot of mysteries and secrets. We're swashbuckling onto enemy spaceships. And then we're also learning a lot of things about some of our favorite characters.
We're gonna have an adventure this season.
Season of Plunder kicks off with Aramis being freed from her icy prison. She's collected old, fallen crews of pirates and rogue cabal together in order to hunt down mysterious relics and treasures.
It's time to meet your end.
So Guardians are tasked with stopping Aramis from collecting these relics. And in order to do that, you have to create your own crew of shady dealers and backroom brokers.
Drifter, Mithrax, Ido, and Spider are going to be helping you.
Anchors away. Ready when you are, Captain.
That's the beginning of Season of Plunder. What you're going to be doing is forming a pirate crew of your own. You're going to fill it with different crew members that you can recruit over the course of the season. Drifter is going to toss you the keys to your personal catch. Then you're just going to set out into the stars and do cool pirate stuff.
So excited.
This season, we have multiple brand new activities coming that will really give you a sense of being on a pirate adventure. One of the mainstays of this season is a new 6-player offensive called Catch Crash.
When I saw the concept for the catch with the big mainsails on it, I just said, oh my God, this is gonna be a fun season.
Just like seeing Catch Crash through the different iterations, like fighting on the deck of the ship.
You get to become your own ammunition and launch yourself from a cannon to the other ship, and you are the weapon, so you're gonna go mess them up.
The second big activity we have coming this season is called Expedition. You're going to be guiding a massive drill that's looking for this buried, hidden pirate treasure, and you're going to have to be fending off of all these pirate crews trying to protect their hoards. And then our final new activity coming this season is what we're calling Pirate Hideouts.
We have so many like different little maps that you can piece together fragments of this season, and they lead you to the lair of the Pirate Lord, right? Their hideout.
These are their caves where they're hoarding all of their amazing treasures and their mysterious relics.
These relics are mysterious objects of dark power, and they're all over the system. We don't know exactly what it is they do yet, but if Aramis is trying to collect them, it's nothing good.
Taking the opportunity to line the Arc 3.0 update with the Fallen, it just ended up working out perfectly because you got all the simple Arc weaponry and the Arc shielded captains. It feels right with that release, almost like we planned it.
Arc is a damage type that's about proximity, right? It's about going fast up into your enemy spaces and like deleting them. It's the damage type for people that want to hold W. You don't want to retreat.
Unbridled aggression to the max.
Hunter is really about close range action, being fluid and dynamic and agile, evasive. So we're going to give Arc Hunter a new super. We call it Gathering Storm, where you summon your Arc Staff, like twirl it above your head, and then launch it out, and then it will embed into the ground or into like bosses or mini bosses or champions and jolt them. Like a big lightning strike will strike the staff and overcharge it. And while that staff is overcharged, it'll start Tesla coiling little lightning bolts out at nearby enemies. Warlock is kind of this elemental conduit. You are a class that will turn yourself into lightning. You will create things out of lightning. Previously, we had this exotic armor piece called Getaway Artist, where you consume your grenade and it'll make a what we call a sentient arc soul that fires faster and does more damage as a result. So we decided to roll that into base arc soul behavior. Anytime you are amplified, any arc soul you have from any source will become the supercharged version that will fire off just rapid fire bolts.
Titan's about being this unstoppable freight train. It's about this constant movement. So we gave Titans a new movement option, something that we felt like is going to be competitive in this new environment of air dodges and air slams. That's a new ability called Thruster. And it's all in first person. It's all very much in the heat of the moment. You see it happen. Its whole property is like rush down or getaway. It's a movement tool to the max. There's going to be this new melee ability called Thunderclap, which is like an amazing thing where he like charges his fist, all super flashy. It's our first ever charge melee, so you hold down the button, and as that cocks back and charges up, you'll end up doing more damage and getting a little bit more range. And speaking of like the whole goal of deleting things, I believe in PvP a full charge is a one-shot kill.
It is, oh yeah.
It's a little skillful to like pull off because you're going to have to really read your opponent here. The whole through line with Arc is like, it really isn't that complicated. It's move fast, hit hard, and stay alive.
What I'm most excited about in Season of Plunder is that this is really a season that has a sense of adventure. Yeah. You're exploring the system, you're looking for pirate treasure, pirate relics. You're seeing the world evolve in a way we haven't done before.
I love that with the activities in the season, like we just leaned really hard into the pirate fantasies. I love that we have your own catch. I love that you're tracking down buried treasure and then going after the pirate leaders in their caves.
The interesting thing about Destiny is we're not just a fantasy game or a sci-fi game, we're kind of a blend of both. And we take inspiration when we say pirates. It's old world pirates that you would see traditionally back in the 17 and 1800s. We have like a flintlock pistol, we have an exotic fusion rifle that plays different than fusion rifles you've ever seen before.
It's just like end to end, just really leaning into that spirit of like the pirate adventure. And let's also make it so that new players coming in can actually jump in and get started. The gift of the Thunder Gods is a starter kit. It's a set of armor, it's a Thunderlord exotic weapon.
So jump in, join your friends, set sail, become the captain, and build your crew today in Destiny.
Man, it is so awesome seeing King's Fall return to Destiny.
Yeah, actually, King's Fall was the first thing I got to work on at Bungie. And I'm thrilled that a whole new generation of Guardians will get to experience this refreshed and reloaded showdown with the Taken King.
So, we've shown you Lightfall. We've shown you the new damage type, Strand. We've shown you some of the deeper changes to the game that we're going to be making throughout the next year. But we have one more thing that we are excited to announce today.
Destiny is coming to the Epic Game Store today.
Epic has been an absolutely fabulous partner to work with. They love Destiny. And we are just huge fans of what they've been doing in the social game space. When we first started working with Epic, we sat down and talked about the impact that their games have had on us. And they had a bunch of the same stories for us.
They shared stories about playing the Vault of Glass and how much they enjoy the social experiences in Destiny. And I got to talk about the summer of Fortnite Chapter 1, Season 5, when my whole family was laser focused, taking turns in the island to unlock Drift.
In addition to launching all of Destiny 2 on the Epic Game Store today, for the next week, if you download the game on Epic, we will give you the 30th anniversary for free. If you haven't earned your Galahorn yet, or you haven't played the Grasp Dungeon, come to the Epic Game Store and you can jump in for free.
We want to welcome all these new Guardians with a celebration, one that stretches a little further than the last city. A few years ago, we shared our plans for the Light and Darkness saga. This journey, years in the making, is coming to an end. Since we started charting our own course, we've been building this story. Across 5 years of expansions, since the first pyramid ship emerged in Shadowkeep and we first spoke to the darkness. Then, across Beyond Light, the Witch Queen, and coming up in Lightfall in the final shape, we're building towards a climactic collision between the powers of light and dark.
We've also been working on the Destiny engine behind the scenes, preparing our technology and our game to last for many, many years to come. Because Destiny 2 is not going anywhere, and neither are your expansions. We want this story, since we first communed with the darkness on the moon, to be fully playable, start to finish. And we're happy to announce today that we are not planning to sunset any more expansions. We want the Destiny universe to grow, and we're going to continue to do everything that we can behind the scenes to keep that possible within our game engine.
But enough about the distant future. Let's talk about today, the best day all year to jump into Destiny.
Yes, because if you're looking to catch up, right now, all expansions are free to play for this entire week on every platform for everyone.
Right now, Season of Plunder is live, and the Helm's got a set of supercharged art gear for anyone looking to catch up on the fun.
Destiny is live on the Epic Game Store. You can download it for free, and you can get the 30th anniversary pack as your welcome gift.
And if you liked what you saw about the future, right now, pre-orders for Lightfall are live on all platforms, and anyone who purchases the annual pass gets the exotic auto rifle Quicksilver Storm today.
Today is a perfect day to play Destiny.
So we'll see you in game.
When they see this glorious end, they will come for us.
I've read about them. What is the human word?
Pirates.
I'm screwed, Lana. I'm actually screwed. Holy crap! Yeah, they're having a post show. So just have that on in the background or something. Oh, I think you can try, but if yeah. Yeah, King's Fall coming back. Yeah, I tried it at least, but one of the reasons why I've kind of fall off Destiny is that I'm kind of a solo player, so I've never finished a raid before. Yeah. Yeah, because yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that kind of plays out, because Bungie have tried to do similar things before, but it seems like they're kind of nailing it this time. And I really enjoyed how this new Super looks, because even, and not just as a Titan, but did you see that Hunter Strand's Super? That was cool. That really Asian martial arts. And obviously what we'll play later tonight with the Seasons of Plunder. That really speaks to me as a fan of Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff like that. Yeah. The cosmetics looks really piratey and cool. And even the concept. I'm just going to say this quite easily. I'm screwed as a reviewer, but I'm blessed as a gamer because this looks really cool. What are I talking about right now? I have it muted. Is this something we need to pay attention to, or? Oh. We'll see what they say after a while. But anywho, detailed, Lana. Let me hear detailed thoughts. What are you most hyped about? Are you disappointed about something, or? Oh. Isn't that just amazing? Now, after all these years, they keep on bringing something new to the game that most other publishers and developers would have, well, done in Destiny 3 or 4. Well, most of this is free or what I consider cheap with the expansions. Yeah. And especially after this showcase, because again, I'm really impressed with what they showed. Yeah, and maybe some Fortnite players but get their eyes on Destiny 2, hopefully. Really cool, all of this now launching on the Epic Game Store, getting more players. Another thing that kind of caught my eye was the new location. Neptune kind of looks so colorful and unique compared to what I've seen in Destiny, at least. Yeah. Yeah, Cyberpunk mixed in with some arcade, because they obviously showed an arcade machine and February 28th, the last day of February. Yeah, probably because I think this was an overview, because this showcase was packed with information and did you kind of notice any kind of weapons? Did any of those catch your interest? Any of the supers? Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that myself. Maybe I'm just dumb here, but it seems like they're implying many things. Like you said, crafting your own weapons. They kind of talked surprisingly little about treasure hunts, considering it's the season of plunder and pirates. but knowing Destiny and Bungie, I think there will be some meta games, to say, put it that way, that players might find some kind of secretive stuff hidden in there. Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, but speaking of enemy, what with you mentioning enemies, obviously Bungie and Destiny has been kind of criticized for having kind of samey enemies, but I really liked the new ones we saw today. They seemed more unique, more, what did they say, more like pyramid components to them. Yeah. Yeah. Then we had the Tormentors. Yeah, and sorry. Yeah, I think that's kind of important with these Tormentors, because it sounds like they're able to suppress your supers and stuff like that. And I think that will kind of... Yeah. Well, the Tormentor did definitely seem aggressive, with him doing some really nasty stuff towards the players in the trailer. Going to see if they've published the trailer so we can see some of those again. I think you can expect many deep dives for these ones. Let's see. Give me a second and I'll turn on the audio here. Just boop.
And what does it mean? And then I think
the
how
last
that
darkness
gets,
power was stasis.
Translated into
This one
gameplay is this high mobility.
super
We
different.
really
I feel
love
like they
the
just
thought
wanna
of the cosmic web,
keep
right?
bringing that in with the darkness power and how Guardians can master it.
Brain is about touching into that web, and that's why grapple can grapple anywhere, right?
It makes me wonder, like, how many subclasses will we end up having in this game?
Yeah. And especially with them going some... It's going detail with each one.
Yeah. I didn't like stasis so much at first, until they made some changes afterwards, because it was not super positive for PvP, for the PvP community. Like, you have to be frozen and people shoot you easily. That was like very frustrating. but they listened to the community, actually changed it, so now it's more, at least it's bearable. Like you won't be going crazy when you get frozen.
Have like hold strand and have like a whole AoE.
Yeah, talking about the strand abilities.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I really like that grapple hook because obviously all games are better with grapple hooks and stuff like that.
Yeah. Have you played Apex?
Oh, of course.
This is Pathfinder has the grapple. He's like he can swing around on the buildings. And
Yeah.
stuff.
I think.
I was just thinking it was about Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man, Just Cause, Apex. But that's kind of important as well because some games kind of don't nail that feel, but I think Bungie is the kind of developers that could make that feel really good.
The legendary campaign in the showcase. Is there anything new to the legendary campaign?
What legendary campaign?
Or can we expect some of the classic rewards that we got last time? With the,
There's some good questions he's asking.
And things like that.
Yeah, not these kinds of rehearsed ones.
Side, we're following a really similar story. I think we're going to give you the awesome, gear at the end of the campaign to get you up in that powerful band. We're going to get you choose one of the new exotics this time. We're making sure they have high stat rolls on them. But in addition, because you're unlocking strand during all this, we're also going to give you a little bit of extra strand currency. So if you do the legendary campaign, you're going to be able to earn one extra fragment right off the bat. But I think the differences really start to come less in the rewards and
I
more in
wonder.
the campaign itself.
I mean, they made a change for new players that it will be easier to level up and stuff.
I sort of like to compare that to
Yeah, with the leveling boost and.
Yeah, they keep like increasing the light level, as far as I know.
And you get to play with a little finesse, right? Each thing is a little bit surprising. Really, what we're doing in Lightfall is like the
proving ground.
Right? You're like, hey.
That's like basically an activity with full of enemies, and it has like some parts where you have to, like one of them I remember is like you get like a nuke, you have to throw it on generators or something to destroy them. And it's like 3 of them, so you have to wait for like a big boss spawning, and then you kill the boss, pick up the nuke and throw on the generator 3 times, and then you continue to the end boss. And it's very intense because there's like a bunch of enemies. It's very crowded. It's nothing like a strike.
So it's kind of a mix of Prison of the Elders and the Strike.
Yeah.
You can't just, be James and rush in and then try and grapple your way out.
But with them talking about rewards and such, is that kind of a mode that is rewarding or more just for the fun of it?
I think it's more rewarding. Some of the activities drop a certain weapons for you to be able to craft if you get like a red framed weapon. We had something like that called Wellspring when Witch Queen came out. And it was not like menagerie, but you had, I think 2 bosses, 3 bosses you had to go through. Or 3 rooms, I can't really remember. But in the end, you get like a weapon from there where you can try to craft, and then you get like a seal also from it. And I don't know, I feel like they do the similar stuff to the new seasons and fashions.
It's amazing to see how it all comes together. And sorry, I'm gonna stop.
Aww. I would also cry.
Sure. Taylor, what are you thinking about the strand abilities? What are you excited for in Lightfall? What are you thinking you want to jump into?
I feel like most, except for James, we're all.
Oh my god, they're all Titans.
Right? No.
Warlock.
Obviously. Come on, Lana.
I've been playing Hunter a lot, but I recently swapped to Warlock. And I've been enjoying that a lot.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning that I started out as a Titan, but I tried both the Hunter and Warlock, and I think all 3 classes are really cool, but it's just that I like kind of the close quarters combat and really feeling the power of everything staying in the combat at all times.
I'm all about aesthetic fashion, so it's nice to kind of like fit that in with your subclasses.
Well, fashion is the real end game.
Oh yeah.
So we love fashion. We love Destiny. We don't want it to end. but we've heard talk about the end of this light and dark saga. What does that mean? Is Destiny going away?
No, Destiny's not going anywhere. I think the easiest way to think about the end of the Light and Dark Saga is the end of a chapter in a much longer tale, a much longer book or series of books or something like that. Like, this is a great moment in time in the history of Destiny and in the history of the world, and we want to tell it right, and we want to have a satisfying conclusion, but a conclusion to that chapter, not the story of Destiny.
I think we've been, for a long time, we've been setting up this, we've got the...
That kind of caught me by surprise as a long-lost Destiny player. How much they've evolved the story through the seasons, because most other games are just, oh, we have a new season, maybe we have one other sentence about the story, but it seems like this has really made some twists and turns over the past few years and months.
Yeah. I wish I was just more into the lore. I think I will probably go through every lore video so I can actually like understand what happened from the very beginning before I even started to play, because that's where I'm a little bit lost on. But they made a really good way of making it interesting with story and the game itself, combat, PvP, PvE.
That are over there on that platform. And we're big fans of Epic, we're big fans of all those games.
Are you talking about the Epic Games collab?
Yeah. Destiny to all those players who may not have.
Did you see Fall Guys, how they had like little
yeah.
Destiny skin? Like little beans just running around.
I'm going to be a Titan there as well, getting all those crowns.
And push other beans away.
Yeah.
Aww.
Hopefully the Warlocks can't float in Fall Guys. That would be unfair.
Very exciting things that the community's been asking for a long time. LFG's coming into the game. You finally did it. Give me the story behind this.
Yeah, I mean, Dan just talked about it, how important it is for us, for the Destiny 2 team, to make sure that Destiny is like a social game, and a game that like it's so easy to jump in and just like either play with your friends or find new friends to play with, right?
Every time I saw a low level person in the game, I would invite them to my friends list and see if they wanted to ask me something. There was one I caught while I was just strolling through Witch Queen, and then he started to invite me to the campaign missions because he wanted me to help him through it.
Yeah.
I helped him a little bit, but then he disappeared.
Oh.
I actually don't know what happened to him. I hope he's still playing,
But I think that's what's really cool about finally getting this into the game, that kind people like you and experienced people like you are finally more visible and rewarded for helping out us noobs.
Yeah, every time we see low level, it's like, can we keep him? Can we keep them? He, she, they.
Oh, you died to that enemy again. Oh, poor little fella.
It's like when the gear is so ugly and you just know that, okay, this one needs to get guns and stuff.
When you want to go to LFG, you want to know that the people that you're looking to build.
There was one part, they came out with Dares of Eternity, so you could get like a treasure from Zuri, the guy who gives you exotic stuff every weekend.
Yeah.
Anyways, when you were a new player, you would get thrown into Dares of Eternity, and they asked the community who are like veterans or more, experienced, to actually do the activity more to help the new lights to continue. So I can't remember when that happened. It was a part last year somewhere. But it was really cool to like have that community interacting with each other, like new players, old players, and just get to know each other and just help out. I like that you don't have to always communicate either. Like you don't have to type in chat all the time or use a voice mic or.
No, maybe that's kind of the best things about this new one, that it's more friendly that way, that you can just find, maybe even specify if you're interested in talking and stuff in that group.
Yeah.
As you move up, it forces you a little bit out of your comfort zone. It's getting you to try new things.
I just use emotes if I want to communicate.
Trying to put yourself out there like a little more in terms of like.
How is the Destiny community in general? Because we always hear about multiplayer games having somewhat toxic communities, but in my impression, it seems like the Destiny community is like you said, more welcoming and helpful.
Yeah, I think it's you choose to which community you want to be part of, and I just chose to be surrounded by other people who are really helpful. I mean, in every single community and in every game, there will be toxic people that they get caught for it, and then you know, like, okay, I'm not gonna interact with this group. So I feel like I've been doing a really good job avoiding that and just try to attract those who wants the same thing as me. So when it comes to like streaming or just playing the game, y'all been making sure to help each other. And I just remember when I was new to streaming, and there was this guy called Intel. He noticed that I was new to like Destiny 2. I didn't get into try any raids or anything, so he would invite me and my fiance to play raids with him and his group, and then he taught us. And when we got better at it, we started to teach others. Like we just passed the knowledge. And today I'm like more comfortable doing like raid helps, or I've been doing GMs a lot more than ever. And I've been trying to do even soul dungeons and stuff. Like I'm getting to this part where I feel more confident in the game because I got so much help from others, and I just want to maybe inspire others to do the same thing. And I love my community so far. They are all the same as me. Like they just want to help new people.
Once you get past all of the, hey, I've done all the content.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of important, like with this new beginning as well, that you're probably you started helping out players because someone helped you early on.
Yeah.
And that is probably and hopefully what will happen now with this LFG and everyone else getting helped in the early beginnings, and then helping people that will come to the game, like the developer said, for years to come.
Exactly. No, I can't wait for this LFG system. I'll be there fishing for new lights.
And you getting the top rank in just a week or two.
Yeah, I want the ranks. No, that's really cool because that really motivates you to feel like, okay, I'm actually doing something. Like I can get rewarded for it. I mean, you get emblems, I think, for some of the carries you do in like raids, but I don't always want to wear that emblem. It's nice to maybe just have a rank that on your character. So when someone inspects you, or I don't know how it's gonna be, but if they inspect you and see that you have that rank, it's like, okay, wow, this one has been doing a lot of endgame stuff. Maybe I can ask them for help or whatever.
Would be kind of cool to have almost that kind of engraving or on your armor or something to really show it off.
Yeah. So I know a bunch of other streamers who's been doing a lot of GM helps, like Grandmaster and raid helps and dungeons. So I would love to see them have that reward on their name for helping their community out, because they inspired me to do all the stuff too. So.
And just to plug it, where can people find you if they want to get shepherded through the game?
Twitch.tv/lanalane. I guess that's the best way.
Remember the name, folks.
Yeah.
Miss and be totally ineffective with my super and get laughed at by everybody.
Do you have a set schedule for when you're streaming each week?
I think I stream almost every day, but I always keep the people updated on either Discord or Twitter. So I announce like, okay, I go live, but otherwise it's almost every day, except maybe Sundays. Yeah, Sundays I feel like that's a nice day for day off.
And if you want to keep updated on when Lana is streaming, it's at Lana Lane TV, one word, on Twitter.
Yeah. It's nice. I had to keep it simple on the name, like the usernames.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Lana Lane wasn't, or is Lana Lane already on Twitter, and that's why you had TV on top of that?
No, No, I think the TV was because the website I have for commissions and stuff. So I was like, okay, it only makes sense because TV is like the, how to say, like the little company that I have for my freelance stuff and stream. And...
Come on, plug away, Lana. Don't be shy.
No, I was so nervous, by the way, before we started. I was like, I hope this works. I hope I don't do anything wrong. I hope I made the tags right on my title. I was a little bit all over the place. But
It seems like you did amazingly.
Thank you. You too.
Ha! Everyone in chat, be honest. Write in the comments who's done a better job tonight, Eric or Lana. Gee, I wonder who will win.
They say Eric.
Oh, not that chance. They're liars. They're probably my freelancers, and even they will be honest.
Oh my god. No, this is a successful showcase. I'm happy with what they showed us. I'm happy about, you know, sharing thoughts and ping pong questions about what's gonna happen and what you also think. Like, will you play when you're gonna play Destiny?
Without a doubt, I'm in trouble this week because I'm going to review The Last of Us Part 1 next week. And this... Oh... I have to stay. The really annoying thing is with the expansions being free this 1 week. Come on! Make it 2 weeks for me.
Yeah, that's...
I'm going to get fired if I don't review The Last of Us Part 1. Come on.
I can send you my gamer tag so you can actually invite me. Or
yes,
we can
please.
add each other as friends.
Pirate hats? What are we going to be wearing as pirates? Are we going to get to do the full get up?
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
as
pirates.
fashion lover here.
Talk about fashion still.
Yeah.
We get the hats. We get some slick coats. I am a Titan.
Hats and coats. I'm in. Pirate.
we kind of are fashioning our armor sets based off of like some of the pirate fantasy of like captains or swashbucklers, and so you're seeing a lot of hats, you're seeing a lot of coats, a lot of like shiny buttons.
Oh,
and,
the
like,
update is up
doodads
now.
that are just attached to
I will
your-
have to restart my
attached to your
Steam.
armor, and it's, I'm so excited.
Can't wait.
Am going to wear so much pirate.
Let me know if you have any trouble getting in or if you can tell our dear viewers that it's just to jump in straight away.
Okay. I shouldn't think it will be fine. I think there will might be a queue, but either way, it will be fine. I'm used to it. I like to just, when it comes to like updates and stuff or games that I'm excited for, I just don't want to have too much expectations. I think it can be bad. It can end up with having a bad attitude.
Yeah.
So I'm always just taking it as it is. Like, okay. Like, I think there was one time I was waiting for an update. I didn't get into play when it dropped, so I had to wait the day after. But I was like fine with it. Whatever.
Yeah, but not all are as patient as you, as the internet has
I am
shown.
very patient, but I think people need to learn to be patient when it comes to games and stuff, because I feel like being a game dev is not easy.
No,
at all.
definitely
It's
not.
So much stress.
All the love to the team over at Bungie for doing this stream and doing this game for years now and keep on evolving it in very exciting ways.
Yeah.
3 different activities where you're kind of going,
Plundering and finding treasure. I wonder if we get to those plunder different type of ships on the map and travel to it.
Kind of seemed like there were kind of same ships, but I'm guessing that will keep on evolving because it starts tonight and will end on December 6th.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? That's good, because when it's December, we're getting closer to February. February, we get to play the new expansion.
But how are these seasons? Will there be a new expansion in December that will run through until Lightfall in February, you think? Or will that just be a regular old Destiny until February 28th?
I think we're gonna have different seasons. I'm not sure really how long one season actually lasts for.
I think the
Because it would suit, because this is going to last approximately 3 months and a week and or something.
So
So
I think we're gonna have, yeah, I think it's gonna be this season, and then we have a season after December.
yeah,
Wait, is
from December
Tuesday?
to March or February.
Let me see actually, because they always drop new things on Tuesdays. Yeah, December 6th actually Tuesday, so I think it's gonna be new season that they will present till we get to play Lightfall.
Lightfall, baby!
Yeah, so there will be a lot of cool stuff.
We are refreshing some strikes.
I was like, there's no way they keep a season for like less than a month. That's crazy.
Yeah, players, especially with this amount of content in Destiny, very few will be able to come close to even quote unquote completing it.
Yeah.
Just coming to Nightfall and stuff overall that we'll talk a little bit more. And then
Are
of
they
course,
finishing
next year,
this meeting?
you should expect reprised PvP maps.
Talking about more minor
It's so
details
funny
now.
because you can almost tell like on their body language. Like, I'm done now. All right.
They've been having a long day.
Yeah.
The trailer that we saw that we didn't get to touch on really. We've been talking about fashion and the changes you guys made to the fashion interface was amazing. That's now coming to loadouts. Can we talk about that stuff?
I have a nice story to tell because I remember interviewing for Bungie and it was like, if you could add one thing to Destiny, what would that be? And I was like,
Story
loadouts.
time.
And then everyone was just like looking at me because again I wasn't hired yet, and I was just like, And then, you know, as we saw, loadouts are coming, so it's very exciting. I think it's something that like every Destiny player has wanted to have in the game, and so I'm very excited that not only like you can have multiple builds, but also the fashion game is kind of introduced in part of that experience.
Are you the kind of Destiny player that keeps on changing how your character looks? And will you have any? Will this suit you?
Sorry?
Will this new fashion menu kind of fit your kind of style, changing each day or something for different occasions?
Not each day. Only when I see something new, like a new piece of armor that I want to have, then I just equip it. And when I'm getting tired of it, I just change it again. Thank God we have transmog, so if you find like a specific armor but you don't need to use it, you can take just the looks of it into your... It's like a costume.
Yeah.
So I've been playing around with that a lot. I spend like hours. It's like every time I sit here and just scroll through all the ornaments that I can wear on my Hunter Warlock, Cat knows that we're gonna sit there for like 2 hours at least. Well, alright, this is gonna be a fashion stream.
Are you the kind of girl that kind of forces your fiance to wear something that matches your style?
Yes. And I'm never happy with his style. And it's like, why don't you like anything I wear? I'm trying to look cool. It's like, well, let me just do it for you. And then I see, it's like, he has nothing. It's like, no wonder. Wear whatever, I can't help you. Lost cause.
Now you can help him with LFG.
I guess, yeah.
Way too long in the tower to like figure out what they're gonna set up and what they're doing, and it's like, let's just go. Like, so I'm very excited.
I'm just so fascinated by her hair matching the dress.
Yeah, and it matches the new Strand supers with the green color.
Yeah, actually.
And this is just, hey, I just took a screenshot of one page, right? And here's everything you need.
She's screwed when wearing any other kind of dress, but eh.
Represent the new subclass.
Yeah, no, that's a great feature that you guys have added. I know as a creator, doing guides, sharing builds with the community, being able to just share it on the fly like that, it's going to make a lot of people's lives a lot easier. You can just click of the button.
I really want one of those posters in my living room. That would be cool.
Oh, do you see that Nighthawk helmet on the very top?
Yep.
Yeah, that one is really nice looking. I have the baby plushie and the hive ghost. so far. I need to make a shelf just for the Destiny 2 stuff.
Yeah, because you're mostly streaming
Space.
Destiny 2, right?
Yeah.
The season, and then no one asked about Lightfall. I don't know.
I'm like on edge over here. Like, yeah, we definitely have not talked about the raids, Kat.
Are you gonna talk about raids?
Oh, now they're just speaking to you.
There's a raid. Yeah, I mean raids are obviously like one of our most cherished end game activities, and so it's something that is coming for Lightfall. We'll have a brand new raid, a 6-man activity, as they've been. We're super excited about that, and we'll share more soon.
Oh, they can't say too much.
They good old share soon.
All right.
Again, sworn to secrecy here. Like you'll find
But again, having all of this showcase chock full of content, and they still have the raid and Nightfalls and everything else to talk about.
Yep. I can't imagine anyone complaining right now.
No. Looking forward to checking out social media.
Yeah.
Tied into that some kind of way. Can we talk anything about what we can expect from the Witness? Are we finally going to learn more about what the Witness's deal is?
Ooh, I can take this one. Yes, we will.
Okay. There you have it. Yes, we'll find out about the Witness. All right. Anything else you're excited to share with us? Any insights from the team? Any tidbits you have for us?
I think one thing we haven't talked about, James, I know you wanted to talk a little bit about the gear that's waiting for on the helm, and I wanted to talk about, today right now, if you create a Lightfall, you get an exotic, and it's from Neptune. It's sort of used a little bit of this 3D printing, Cloud Runner, Cloud Strider technology in this thing we call Quicksilver Storm.
Show it.
Show it.
Show it, don't tell.
That shoots bullets,
Oh my god.
and grenades.
What the?
So an AR that send out missiles of nades. That's disgusting. In a very good way.
And the other thing Joe was mentioning, bringing players back into the fold in Destiny is always really, really important to us. And we know that take a season off or you lapse for a little while,
Or like Eric, take 15 seasons off.
Up to where you want to be. So with this new season, you'll be able to go to Helm and grab a chest that will catch you up now. So we're gonna have a full set of gear in there, and it's gonna bring you up to the base power level for the season. We're also gonna have a special little exotic gift for you in there. So if you haven't gotten Thunderlord yet, now's your chance to grab that, and that's gonna pair nicely with Arc 3.0.
I think what's really exciting about that gear is it's not just about the power level. The systems team went in and they said, what does a good set of gear look like for a Destiny player? And so they've set you up with some legendary weapons, some mods in your armor, some Thunderlord, right? Then we really wanted anyone to be able to wear this and to be able to go into some match-made Nightfalls, and people be like, oh, that's good. What you're wearing is good. And sort of had that confidence that as you get those better and better weapons, you have this baseline of really
That's nice.
weapons and armor to go out and adventure.
So yeah, we got Thunderlord coming back, and probably a bunch of new arc weapons are going to get a nice refresh with the new season. Any weapons in particular y'all are excited to play around with this season?
Like I said, I love my Trinity Ghoul. So.
That's the bow, Trinity Ghoul.
Risk Runner?
I liked it.
That's not going to be a problem at all.
Now you might like it even more.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, season of Plunder is live right now.
Yes, I want to play it now.
But that's it all. That's all our time. I just want to thank all of you for.
Has the update finished over on your end, or?
But right now we have a trailer. You've seen it already. Let's watch it again. It's the Lightfall trailer coming to you right now.
Now,
Alright.
let's
I
start
can't
it.
complain. I want to watch it again.
I mean, look at this city.
This is insane. Look at those cabals.
I want the Destiny movie.
Yeah, I could definitely watch this as a movie if they actually would release one.
they didn't exactly hide the fact that they want to kind of expand the Destiny universe to other media when PlayStation bought them. So hopefully. Luke Tormentor. Or Torturer. I might have that wrong. Dang it.
I need to stay occupied so I get to February sooner.
Well, at least you'll be spending a lot of time until December with Season of Plunder.
True. Yeah, they made such a good job on this.
Welcome back, Andy. That was
A lot of good stuff.
a lot of good stuff, and you survived your first encounter with Joe's glorious mustache.
I did it. I hope I wasn't staring too much.
I mean, if you were, he can't see it over all that hair. It's fine. You're good. You're good. I really liked what you guys were talking about, especially what you were going through with talking about Cloud Strider and Ark and Shran and Pirates. I can't wait. If anybody has seen the Pirates, you kind of look like Preston a little bit. It's a character. He's like, another settlement is waiting. And I'm like, I'm going to get my settler on. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be epic. I'm going to destroy enemies.
Everyone that wants to see Lana host the next showcase, hashtag Lana Destiny Showcase 2023. Let's get it trending.
I would be so nervous.
I'm guessing he's kind of nervous as well. But again, you nail this one, you'll nail that one.
Have an entire shenanigans of collectible statues, replicas. I'm pretty sure I'm going to die at a young age because I'm going to die under hoarding. But it's really exciting. So, like, I'm actually excited to go into the next segment because that's where we're actually talking with consumer products and getting our geek on. I'll let you get
It's really cool that they bring people from the community and do all this stuff with. It just really shows how close they are to each other. Like, they care about the community.
Yeah, and it's not just for, let's say, to kind of get the attention. It seems like they really care.
Yeah. These cosplays are awesome. I love cosplays. Never do them, but I love watching it because that's art too, in some way.
Why don't you try it sometime?
I mean, I only dressed up as Wonder Woman one time for a birthday stream.
Yeah?
And charity stream, but I would never be able to like sew my own clothes or like a costume to look like a character.
Yeah, you have to start somewhere.
I guess so.
I think it'll take some time before you reach that level, but...
Oh, yeah, the wings are really cool.
But I'm guessing we're kind of done with the game content now. So, Lana, in summary, I'll let you play, but first you have to tell me again, summarize, what do you think about the showcase, the future of Destiny?
I loved every single second of it. I can't wait to see more of it in the future when Lightfall drops. What was the question?
What do you kind of what has you the most excited about the future of Destiny in terms of the classes, weapons, locations?
I really wanna experience the raid. And it's gonna happen soon too, so I can't wait to do that. Have some D1 experience, but in D2, and I can't wait to see how it's gonna be when you actually get to explore in that new world in Lightfall. Neptune, was it right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Super excited, super happy. Can't wait. I just want to play games. Yeah, was it good?
Yeah, definitely.
Was it clear enough?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
difficult to kind of be well formulated when you're excited to just play, and with all of this now, I think it was like 45 minutes packed with content.
Exactly.
But I'm totally agree. The new supers look amazing. The season of Plunders is starting tonight with all kind of new piratey cosmetics and the ability to shoot yourself on top of ships and wreak havoc. Seems like a lot of fun. And the expansions up until now will be free to play for 1 week. So jump in right now. And I would love to hear what everyone who's watching the stream thinks about today's showcase, how much you want Lana to host the next showcase, and everything like that. Because if you do comments in our archived version, you can win or get an exclusive fancy new emblem that I'm not allowed to show you just yet, but trust me, it's really cool. So just send your comments in our archived version on Twitch, and we'll give some of those emblems out to you. And besides that, I hope you had a good time. Again, thank you so much, Lana, for sharing your knowledge about Destiny, your passion about the game, being extremely cool to talk with. And I hope you get to play the Seasons of Plunder in the next 5 minutes, or at least soon enough, because it seems really exciting.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
For giving me this opportunity to talk about how much I love this game.
Well,
it was awesome. Thank you.
I think you have injected some of that passion in me as well, because I think I'm going to re-download Destiny 2 tonight. This is kind of difficult.
Yep, I will send you my tag, so... Yep, we can play. Awesome.
Thanks.
And that's settled.
Thank you again, Lana. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a good one, everybody. And be good, Guardians. See you in game. Bye!